All right, I'm making a mess. I'm going to show you, give you little tips on removing the throttle housing on the E39 M5. It looks pretty intimidating, I will be honest. Let me get in the car here and I'll show you some tips and tricks along the way. Get all my stuff. Okay, my light. All right, so. Oh, man. Just when I thought I wouldn't go any deeper, I keep going deeper and deeper. So basically, there's a bunch of 11 millimeter nuts. There's a bunch of them. There's one there. And they're sort of buried in between. The trick to getting them off, it's not super hard, just takes a little bit of time. It helps if you can stand inside the car. Essentially, you're going to use get my tool. You want to get a swivel head. These are really important, kind of a thin-walled, as best as possible. It'll go on there, right? You crack it. And then you also want to use a magnetic tip as well. So once you crack them all open, what I did is I finger loosened all the nuts, and I kept this close by to grab the nut as it got loose, and I put it in a little box. The trick to getting underneath the linkages, it's not super complicated, just kind of seems intimidating. Let me show you 1 second. Okay, so you're going to grab the arm here that actuates the linkages. So you just pull it out of the way. And in one instance, I just grabbed kind of a thick, non-deteriorating thing to lodge in between the throttles themselves to kind of force it open, hold it open, because one or two of these down here, you need to stay out of the way so you can get there. There's one in the back, one in the front, and then two sort of on each side. It took me maybe 10 minutes to get all of them loose. And then all you do is you just kind of gently rock them, one at a time, out of the way, and they'll come off. They'll lift off of these studs that are on there. On the bottoms, just be careful, on the bottoms of the housing, there is these grommets. See that? They kind of sit inside those holes where the studs go. That's it. That's how you get to them. And then, of course, there's gaskets that you can see that are on each side that you'd want to replace. In this case, I'm installing some enlarged Dynon throttle bodies that I'm waiting to get cleaned up. And, of course, while I'm in there, might as well do that, right? Because I'm practically all there. That's sort of it. Also, while you're in there, it doesn't hurt because it's right there, is hitting the knock sensors. The Bosch ones are relatively affordable. They're super easy to go on. The only difference is, compared to the genuine ones, there is no, what is that? Wire tie. There we go. Isn't on there. So just get a wire tie, put on there, and it matches sort of here. I'll show you what it looks like. This is what the original ones look like. They have a wire tie on there. You just kind of recreate it in the same spot because the longer cord kind of wraps back and goes towards the back of the engine. This goes towards the front of the engine, and it's almost identical on both sides. The only difference between the Bosch one and the genuine ones is right here is a stamp that says BMW. The Bosch ones don't say that, but otherwise they are literally identical. Okay, so I got it out. The passenger side is arguably a little bit harder than the driver's side. So now I have some work to do to clean this puppy up. Okay. The valves are really pretty clean. Oh, that one's open. Great. Be careful there. Yeah, cool. I'm going to vacuum that up, try to suck all the dirt up, and then put some cloth towels